I thought we'd do something a bit different today. It's almost like a season review, but not really at the same time. I want to talk about why I personally love Chapter 2, Season 2, and why another season of Chapter 2 will not be as good. If you do go on to enjoy them, please let me know with a like and subscribe with notifications on if you are new. Socials are linked down below. Alright, let's begin. So I guess you could say this is almost like a season review, but I wouldn't class it as that, as I've already reviewed this season. This is more like an in-depth look as to why I love this season and why another season in Chapter 2 will not top it, and I stand by that statement. The seasons have just progressively got worse in Chapter 2 since this season. Disclaimer, this is all my opinion, feel free to have your own. First off, I wanted to talk about the incredible battle pass that this season had, as it introduced so much. We hadn't had a battle pass this good since Chapter 1 Season 4. Dare I say, it's even better than that one. The only disappointing skin was Agent Peely. Like, come on, we didn't need another banana skin. Maya was our first look at a customizable skin, and while it's not what people wanted, it's still very cool. And it still is very cool. It's like one of the only customizable skins in the game, along with the superhero skins. Everything about this battle pass was very cool at the time, and the rest of the skins were all connected to the story and all had character, which was something Fortnite needed, was to give their skins and the characters in the storyline like actual characters. Like, especially Sky, right? Sky is my favourite skin in the game. She reminds me of me. I'll link that video in top right if you want to go watch it. Brutus was the big, tough guy with the minigun and an underground secret base. Teen Tina loved explosives, owned an oil rig, and had a rechargeable boombo. Meowscles was a swole cat and with an AK and was Midas's pet while looking after the yacht. Sky was an adventurous person who loved taking pictures, who was also a secret agent with a scar and infinite grapple gun. And finally Midas, the man with the golden touch and the mastermind behind it all. Not to mention, throughout the season we got to pick a ghost or shadow style for the agents, which I thought was really neat and played a part in which side of the war our agents join, but move more on the story later. The battle pass also included surfable gliders for the first time, which is actually kind of cool and different to the standard glider. Trying to get people to move off using just umbrellas, that's really what people do, even now. A lot about this battle pass was cool at the time, and it brought so much to the table for Fortnite. The mythic bosses and henchmen were also very cool at the time, despite their aimbot.
Are you fucking kidding me? What?
I would have put up for it. I would have happily put up with it if it meant they were going to be in the game for just this season. They were in it for another 2, which... Oh, I couldn't build after all that. I died to Doom because I can't build. Oh. After all of that, I died to Doom because I can't build. It's kind of a shame because they were special to this season, and they introduced them in this season. I thought they were really cool at the time, and I thought we weren't going to get them the next season, but they kept them for some reason. They were the mythic bosses, right? They were the 5 skins in the battle pass. Some mythics were good and some overpowered. I wouldn't say any of them were terrible. The Boombo and AK were good. Like, they weren't terrible. They were fine. They were comprehensible, right? You'd still take the mythic AK over, like, I don't know, a blue AR. Maybe not over a Scar, but, you know. The minigun was incredible. The drum gun was insane, and so was the Scar and Grappler. And the best part was, at the time, they were so unique and exclusive to that season. They just felt more special. They lost a bit of speciality when they kept adding mythics every season with bosses. But this season they felt really special and probably still the best mythics to be introduced in a season to date. Of course, mythics became a standard every season now. But when you look back at these mythics, they really put the one mythic, or 2 really, that are in the game to shame. These were the original 6 mythic weapons that made the game fun. And not like original, but like original as in like their Fortnite weapons that had been twisted. Another thing I loved was the whole Deadpool secret skin battle pass collaboration. Deadpool is a really cool character to bring into Fortnite, and they did it perfectly. I like the skin they gave him, and all his other cosmetics are alright too, especially his back bling. I like his back bling. He also took over the game. The battle pass and supply drops became Deadpool themed, and he took over the yacht and got to a mythic boss. The one downside was his mythic weapons. They were actual garbage. But it was cool to have a collaboration secret skin, and we all thought it was going to be a one-off, and I would have been fine with a one-off, especially considering it was Deadpool. Of course, that's not the case. We have one every season now, but it was cool at the time, and they just made it a norm. I don't know why. Are they trying to ruin this season by making everything that was cool about it just the normal things now? I mean, everyone loves Deadpool, but they didn't need to do Aquaman, Wolverine, and Predator, and now Neymar. Seriously? We got a lot of new POIs, and they were all pretty good. The rig was probably the worst one, but it wasn't terrible, except I lied, it was. The yacht was good and had good rotates with steamy stacks, and the grotto, shark, and agency were all incredible locations, housing the best mythic weapons in the game, and were all good even if the mythics weren't there. The shark brought attraction to the top left of the map, and the agency made the middle more popular than ever. The shark really helped the top left as well. There's nothing there at the time. Coral Castle didn't help. They were like, that was a desperate attempt because they destroyed the shark. Shark's still there. I feel like the shark does more loot than the entire Coral Castle. You know how sad that is. The POIs in Season 2 were just all great is what I'm trying to say. Alright, let's talk about the loot pool. Probably the most important part of the season, to be honest. Because this loot pool was pretty good, especially when you compare it to the loot pool now. This is the loot pool they need to just keep, honestly. Epic keep messing the loot pool up, and they should just look back at this one, as it was really, really good. We had the pump, the tack, the scars, and normal ARs, the burst assault rifle, and the AUG. And the heavy sniper, and all the mythics. Plus, I don't think there were SMGs. There might have been the suppressed SMG from Henchman, but instead, we got something better. We got miniguns. This loot pool was just so fun to play with, and Season 2 definitely had the best one in Chapter 2. Again, it's not like it gets much competition. The loot pools just aren't great this chapter. The updates were also pretty solid. We got our first new vehicle since the Chapter 2 launch with the choppers. Everybody loved choppers. They weren't crazy OP like the planes were. They were balanced and very fun. We got crash pads and the Kingsman umbrella, and in the same update, 2 items in one update. Do you know how spoiled we have to be? Actually, it's not very spoiled. They didn't do like weekly updates. I did say when that update came out, they could have split them between 2 weeks, but they didn't. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. They fell faster, the crash pads, they fell faster, meaning you should effectively cancel fall damage, and they're just useful when jumping out a chopper. You used to see clips of people just jumping out a chopper and throwing them, and then just absolutely, it's basically you could thunder pump with it, I guess. But this is before thunder pumping was really a thing, so you just jump out with like your drum gun and kill them. Just spray them to death. It was fun. They also ended up being quite game breaking. Sorry about the break. When getting into someone's box. Overall, they were a great item. And then finally, proximity mines. They were basically automatic C4. People would throw them by volts. They were fine. Moving on. One thing though, I will forever be grateful that this season introduced the long overdue skin presets. They were so great, even though they only gave us 10 at the time. Now we have like, what, 75? We got 2 live events, and they both were incredible. First we had Travis Scott's Astronomical, and Travis Scott is actually set to come back very soon if he's not already out. Code laser in the Foreign item shop ideas, because I lost mine. Not salty about that at all. The Travis Scott one just blew the Marshmallow concert out of the park. He didn't even use the stage they built. The whole map was his stage. I viewed this event with Isaac and he loved it more than I did because, if I'm being honest, never really been into music that much. I was just there for the visuals, if I'm being completely honest. It really was an incredible event. And let's bear in mind, they did both these live events from home because of COVID. That is impressive. Epic. You have that is just incredible, if I'm being honest. Well, let's talk about the device event though. It was your storyline seasonal event. I can't say seasonal, they don't do it every season anymore. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Epic always nail it with these live events. This event was where we were introduced to the loop properly and where Midas attempted to break it. It truly was an incredible event. Hell, we even got to be in first person in Battle Royale and meet John Jones for the first time. It really changed what we thought we knew about the Fortnite story, although a lot of people were suspecting it was a loop anyway. I wasn't buying it until they confirmed it. The gameplay just felt very fun for me, and I loved it for that. The mythics being OP made it very fun and a different change of pace to the gameplay. That could have been because the previous season was so boring, but it was a nice change from what we had before and something new. This whole season was basically new stuff, and I loved that. Now I just want to quickly go over a few personal reasons. This won't take long, but I'll be quick about it. Oh geez, remember when Onesie was my favourite Fortnite skin? But in Season 2, Sty was released into Fortnite in the Battle Pass, and she slowly grew on me. Like, she was always my favourite skin in the Battle Pass, but when I unlocked her, I realised that she's probably my new favourite skin in the game, and she's been that for a year now, so here we are. Second of all, my most deserved, most viewed video was uploaded in this season and actually recently passed 1 year since I uploaded it, and it helped boost me to where I am today regarding my subscriber count. So thank you, Fortnite community, for enjoying that video. I appreciate it. Overall, I just loved this season. The spy theme was fun and the mythics were fun. Deadpool was cool. The live events were incredible. It was the most fun I had playing the game since Season 8. No Chapter 2 season has even come close to this level of the season. And especially Season 6, as it is shockingly shambles. But that will be all for today's video. What is your favourite season in Chapter 2 or ever in Fortnite? I don't want to say this is my favourite Fortnite. Season 4 is probably better, but definitely the best in Chapter 2. Comment down below your favourite. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.